Are you struggling with managing your growing list of Docker containers? Today, we'll explore how Portainer can simplify your container management experience. Hey everyone, welcome back to Tenevin Tech and our server security series. In the last video, we set up homepage as our main server landing page. If you missed that one, hit the card above or click the link in the description. I've put together a GitHub repository with all the files you need for this tutorial, including the Docker Compose files we'll be working with today. You can find the link in the description below. Today, we're focusing on Portainer, a Docker container management tool. We'll cover why we should use Portainer, how to set up Portainer in our Docker Compose stack, and how to add the Portainer widget to our homepage dashboard. By the end of this video, you'll have a user-friendly dashboard to monitor and control all your containers like a pro. Why use Portainer? Portainer is a fantastic tool for anyone managing Docker containers, especially if you're just starting out with self-hosting. Portainer offers a clean and intuitive web-based dashboard where you can easily monitor and manage your Docker containers. You can start, stop, or restart containers with just a few clicks. It simplifies the process of managing your Docker setup without needing to type complex commands. It allows us to monitor our CPU, memory, and storage usage across all our containers in real time. This helps you identify performance issues and optimize your setup easily. And my personal favorite is the ability to view logs of any container. I've used this a lot when debugging or adding new containers to my stack. In short, Portainer is an excellent addition to your home server toolkit. It simplifies container management, making it more accessible and less intimidating for newcomers. Now that we understand why Portainer is useful, let's set it up. As always, let's start by verifying our root Docker Compose file includes the service definition for Portainer. This time, we do not need a custom network for Portainer. Next, we'll need to create the Portainer directory and a Docker Compose file inside it. Copy the content directly from my GitHub repository. Since Portainer will be managing containers, we will need access to the socket proxy. We'll have Watchtower automatically update Portainer for us. We'll put Portainer into our homepage with a URL that will go with it and a widget to give us some quick statistics. We'll address getting the Portainer API key for the widget later in this video. And we'll have traffic hosted on the Portainer subdomain of our server. We'll look more into traffic and its labels in the next video. Portainer is the first service we've added to our stack that uses a named volume. It uses this to store data such as our login credentials, preferences, and more. Notice that named volumes need to be defined outside the service definition, like so. Now let's dive into getting our Portainer widget to work on homepage. First, we'll need to start a Docker Compose stack. You can do this by running docker compose up-d. Once everything is running, let's check our homepage to make sure Portainer is showing up. It's here, but the widget is encountering an error. This is because we haven't configured its environment and API key, or access token, as Portainer likes to call it. Portainer does not provide any way for us to configure this using Docker Compose or commands alone. We will have to create a local account to do so. We will need to access Portainer using our static IP address with port 9100. We should see a prompt for us to create our account. If you don't see this and instead you see a timed out warning, it probably means you took too long to get here after starting up Portainer for the first time. This is a security measure that Portainer uses to ensure your containers aren't exposed to someone else if we forget to create the account ourselves. To fix this, you will need to remove Portainer and its volume and recreate them by running docker compose down-v Portainer, and then bringing it back up again with docker compose up-d Portainer. Once that is done, refresh this page and you should be able to create your account. When creating your account, make sure to use a strong password. Even though we will eventually be keeping this application behind an IP whitelist and two-factor authentication, we still want it to have its own strong password in case anything goes wrong. Now that we've created our account and logged in, we need to identify which environment we want to connect to homepage. Find the environment that is using our socket proxy and click on it. Then look up at your URL for this page. It should end with a number and then Docker dashboard. That number is what we want. If this is your only environment, then it is very likely that it will be number 1. Now that we know our environment number, let's go and create our access token. Go to My Account at the top right. Scroll down until you find the Access Tokens section. And click Add Access Token. We'll need to enter the password we used to create our Portainer account. For a description, I like to use Homepage Access Token, but you can make it whatever you want. Click Add Access Token, and it will display our new access token. This is the only time we will be able to see the entire token. If we leave this view, we will not be able to copy it again, and we'll have to delete it and make a new one. So we'll copy this access token and go update our environment file. Paste the access token in as the Portainer API key, and enter the Portainer environment number we found earlier. Now, even though we save these values in our environment file, we will still need to recreate Portainer again, so it can pull the new values on its next startup. We'll do this by running docker compose down Portainer and docker compose up -d Portainer. Notice how we are not using the -v. Putting -v into the docker compose down command will wipe our user account and the access token we just created, and we'd have to go and do everything over again. Now that Portainer is up and running again, let's go back to our homepage to verify that it worked. Ta-da! Now we'll be able to see at a glance the number of containers running, stopped, and in total on our server. One final note I'd like to add is that getting the Portainer widget working on homepage is not something that can be automated. So even though I've created Citadel, my automatic server security setup script, it does not get the Portainer widget working on homepage. Believe me, I tried to automate every part of the setup process, but this part defeated me. Despite this, if you'd like to have most of these security and maintenance features automatically set up for you, then give Citadel a try. Use code Citadel to get 20% off your purchase, a limited time offer that will end when I finish the server security tutorial series. Check out the link below to get started. What's been your biggest challenge when managing Docker containers? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. In the next video, we'll be diving into setting up our reverse proxy traffic, including setting it up and how it works, so stay tuned. And if you haven't yet seen our previous video on setting up homepage, check it out here or click the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.